Sacco in goal to start the second half.
It's good early on in matches and early on in competition to get some touches by both sides. We talked about at the beginning of the game where it's just nice to touch the ball, get into the rhythm of the match. It's no different for the goalkeeper in this case.
So we'll see Sacco in goal, getting loose, ready to go as play is underway in the second half. Preliminary round, this group stage pool play, 2 points to the winner and 1 point in the event of a tie. We don't go to overtime until we get to the knockout round, quarterfinal round. Pass to the pivot and bodies go down, and it's going to be a whistle to stop play and keep possession with Hungary. The Netherlands and Brazil picking up victories today in Group B. That's the group that France and Hungary are participating in. Denmark and Korea with wins today. Germany and Slovenia suffering losses. Norway and Sweden still to play.
Group B is the weaker pool. So we all anticipate, or assume that France and Netherlands will go through, and that Hungary, Spain, and Brazil are the really ones. Actually, I'm going with you, I guess, fighting for that third and fourth spot. Unlike Group A, that's packed with European teams.
Vamos with the goal to get Hungary started in the second half. Here's Fleet, third of the game for Vamos. And now Hornacek, but a good first half in her return to the Olympic court. Last time she played in the Olympics, the Rio Games in 2016. Missed Tokyo with an injury. Hornacek had 3 goals in the first half. There's Fleet for Hornacek on the attack. The drop back to Fleet. Fleet, the lefty shot.
Yes!
On a whole first half. That means that everyone is not getting inside and trying to get the ball. Unfortunately, sloppy start yet again.
Grenier tried to tip it before stepping into the goal area, but couldn't reach it. There was some contact there. Jiri Lukic right here.
That should have been a 7 meter.
I was going to say, does that rise to the level of a 7 meter penalty in your estimation? So this officiating crew has let a lot of physical play go that earlier today we saw called and be rewarded with 7 meters. Penalty shots from that line outside the goal area. Fleet missed the mark.
Really nice one-on-one move, just a simple fake to the outside and going inside. Again, you have 3 steps in handball, so that's what allows that fake and a couple of steps heading into the goal.
Goal lead for France. Home crowd making a little bit more noise here to start the second half. That's deflected out of play. Last touch by a French defender, so it's Hungary ball. Arm is up from the referee, so a passive play warning. They have to shoot before they throw a good pass.
You can hear the crowd, getting into this game. They say, we're not used to sloppy handball like what we're seeing. We want some better quality for both teams.
Well, they got it there. Fleet, no, missed the empty net with the soft shot off the post.
Missed their last 2 shots. That's not typical of what we saw in the first half when there was only 1 missed shot by France.
Not typical overall for France, and down goes the Hungarian player, that's Marton.
And now you can see, easily a 7 meter call. Grenier just standing inside that 6 meter crease.
Not allowed to be in that goal area, so that is the 7 meter being awarded to Hungary. First one of the match. And it's a save on a 7 meter
goal. It's a save, yes.
Sacco into the game, delivers to France.
Now we're talking. That's exactly what France need to start getting excited, get pumped up, and really get their team going, because again, we haven't seen great play by either side, and this is not the type of game or the energy energy that they're going to need in order to qualify for the quarterfinals, let alone play.
Yes!
Followed up by Pogba for the goal, and France on top by 4.
Beautiful. Coming in from the wing, just stepping behind. You see that all of the Hungarian players had their focus on the backcourt. That was a beautiful read.
France looking for the stop on defense, and they get it. Turnover. Look at the goalkeeper jumping into the play. That's Sacco.
Sacco, once they do that, once they leave that 6-meter crease, all the same rules apply as a court player.
Big time save by Kinga Jemerick. Hungary needed that because if France scores there, it's a 5-goal lead, and you think most likely Hungary's going to call a timeout just to try to slow things down. Crowd's into it, France is into it, but the goalkeeper came through for Hungary.
Yeah, Valentini even had a great space and a great angle on the goal.
2 saves for Hungary, both of them.
Yeah.
By Sacco.
This is even energy from the crowd that we didn't hear at all in the first half. It's amazing what a couple of saves brings, not only to the team, but to the crowd.
Minutes gone by, second half. Opening day, women's tournament Olympic handball. And a turnover for France. Continues to be a problem for the French. 11 first half turnovers. If they take better care of the ball, they're going to run away with this one because Hungary getting a little tight in the attacking end. They've been denied by the number 2 goalkeeper a couple of times. And now they've turned it over. And once again, France turns it over.
Sloppy handball. Both teams, France in particular, is really going to need to clean up their game. This is only preliminary play. This is only the first game of the Olympics, but these are not the expectations of any coach. And Krumholtz is going to have a discussion about that with his team.
No stopping that shot. Hungary goal. 3-goal lead for France. Gold medalists in Tokyo fell behind by 4 in the early going. They've come back to lead by 4. 14 turnovers, though, have kept Hungary in this game.
Talk about the different types of defense. This is a 6-0 defense. Hungary is sitting back. When they start extending out, it's a 5-1, sometimes play a 3-2-1. But they believe that staying back among France is the best defense for them at this time. And really a lot of the shots have been taken from that 6-meter area. So you're right, Phil Candide was an exception early in the first half.
Out to the corner, Hungary trying to stay tight and connected on defense. Passive play warning given by the officials. France has to get a shot.
Yes!
Hornacek from distance goes low to get the goal. That's her 4th.
Setting up the play. France starting to look a little more crisp with their passes because they were playing very tight against the defense in that sequence.
Hungary attacks from outside the 9-meter, and it's a goal for Kluivert. Hornacek will slow things down.
Beautiful shot from that 9-meter distance. Not particularly accurate, shooting in the middle of the goal, but Sacco already anticipating that high corner shot and trying to take that away.
Kluivert gets her first goal, her 406th international goal, player with a ton of experience for Hungary. Fleet drops it back, flying and getting denied. Another save by Jemerick.
We're getting some encouragement from our teammates there saying, hey, keep shooting away. That was a nice shot. We need to take those. shots from the outside, then Hungary can just sit back on that 6 meter, which makes it difficult to get any open shot.
Hungarians finding the goal now. Once again, it's Kloiber who scores. It's a 2-goal game. As we finish out the 40th minute, 60-minute game, no overtime in pool play. 2 points to the winner, 1 point if we finish in a tie. Tie is still very much in play here because Hungary won't go away. Fleet with the dish, Fleet gets it back.
Yes! Fleet struggled at the beginning of the first half with making those easy shots. Certainly finding their groove there.
Looking for the attack from the corner and bouncing it in for the goal from the right wing is Jiri Likic. And then defense by Hungary on the attack by Horacek.
Horacek, despite being the left back, she's calling the play. She's trying to get things set up so that she can come with speed and make something happen from that left side.
They drew the defense towards the middle, and the shot was up high. And if this is a shot off the face, there'll be a 2-minute suspension against the shooter for France. That seems to be what the reaction is. And indeed it will be. It'll be a 2-minute suspension. You cannot hit the goaltender in the face with a shot.
Certainly unintentional.
On top of the head, really, so anything above the shoulders, right? That counts.
Yep. So a source there having a good position and just trying to pull the ball back a little bit too much in that case. It happens as a keeper. It's unfortunate, but the officials do need to protect them. Because sometimes, unfortunately, some folks do it intentionally, just to move them away, to maybe use it as a scare tactic so that they have a better chance on goal.
Again, describe it for us a little bit. A handball is smaller in circumference than a volleyball, but a volleyball is lighter and a little bit bouncier, and the handball, despite having the stickum on and all that, it's got a little bit of a sting to it.
Absolutely.
It's like it's a ditch dodgeball. If you were hit by a dodgeball back in the day when they played dodgeball, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, if the ball obviously has some give, and sometimes it gets into the eye, and then that's just a real dangerous situation.
So 2-minute suspension on France. Hungary down by 2. Make it down by 1. They continue to find the back of the net. Fuzi Tavizzi with the goal.
France slowing it down again, making it very intentional with how they want to score. That's why in the first half they had a shooting percentage of 94%. Really trying to use each possession very carefully.
4 minutes ago, 2 minutes is France runs the offense beautifully. The crowd loves it as Fopa scores.
Beautiful ball movement, looking much more crisp now than what we've seen earlier in the match, even earlier in the second half.
Long-range shot is denied, blocked by the French. And now heading off will be the goalkeeper for an extra court attacker. Golovan's team hanging tight with the defending Olympic and world champions, France. 17 and a half minutes to go in the second half. Plenty of time and a very tight game.
It's a new tactic, pulling out the goalkeeper, bringing in a 7th player. It's a risk. And in France's case, they have been turning the ball over so much. In this case, getting the result that they wanted.
That's what made Fopa a star at the Tokyo Games. The spin at the top and the score put France on top by 3. And then the challenge by Sacco.
Again, Sacco's really been the difference coming in this game. She's created some energy. She made some good stops. She made a stop on the 7 meter. She made a stop 2 as of late. And she's really changing the energy of this team. 3 saves total for her.
Yeah, crowd loves her. She loves the moment. Now France looking for the goal, and that's denied. Give Jenner a credit. She's made some saves here in the second half to keep this a tight game. 4 saves, all coming since halftime for the number 2 goalkeeper for Hungary. Good defense, Fopa. You know, she can do it offensively. She does it defensively, but that's going to be too many steps. You're allowed 3 steps before you pass or dribble, and too many steps by Valentini. The turnover again for France.
Valentini there being a little bit concerned about the defender in front of her. That was a nice job. Getting back by Chloe Bear, making that defensive stop.
Petra Shimon, 19-year-old, number 77, making her Olympic debut. What a spot. Taking on France in the opening day of the women's tournament in handball. Defense for France. That brings the whistle. Will keep possession on the 9-meter throw. Shimon has it. Makes a beautiful move, and she has her first goal. Teenager scoring for Hungary to make it a 2-goal game, and now a grab just outside of the 7-meter line. Nokandi was ripped down. Whistle finally came to stop play. It'll be a 9-meter for France.
We talk about the youngsters. Interestingly enough, Hungary actually has players who have been 8 Olympics. And France, surprisingly, with their accolades, the Olympic champions, the World Championships, they have only 7 players. So technically, Hungary actually has more Olympic games under their belt than France.
France with the turnover. Here comes Hungary.
Not showing their experience here, though.
Shimon makes the move. Save made by Sako. It's going to be a 9-meter throw.
Yeah, the officials really letting them play. That's been really their method throughout this game. Again, we haven't seen many 7 meters. That potentially could have been another one there, but they're letting both sides play. There they go.
That will be a 7-meter penalty on the attack by Kutsora. Got it deep, and the defense backed up into the area.
Great job attacking and having some continuation there. Had she stopped on the initial contact, then the 7-meter wouldn't be happening.
Kutsora got Hungary started. She had 4 first-half goals. We saw the stop before by Sako. Can she do it again, this time against Kutsora? No. Hungary scores. Once again, it's a 1-goal game.
Now in handball, if you are the one who draws the ball, it doesn't mean that you're the person who has to go to the line and take the 7-meter. Any player can do that. She just happens to be their 7-meter specialist.
Saw the reaction on Sako's face, knowing that she had anticipated where Kutsora was going to go, but just was a little late in getting the stop.
Absolutely. Goalies spend so much time watching tendencies and body movement of what each player is, and that's exactly why, because they know where they're trying to shoot.
Big time goal. Canor flying in for a French goal. Hungary not waiting around, attacking. They've got an opening from the wing, and they go with a soft shot, the change up, and a goal from the right wing by Juri Lukic.
And that was she had all day, and she had all the space in the world. Nice recognition there. Passing the ball from the center back over to the wing, recognizing that back player was taken out on the right side.
5 goals now for Victoria Juri Lukic, senior team fixture for 8 years for Hungary. 1-goal game, 12.5 minutes to go in this first round matchup. Off the 9-meter, complete outside. The attack. Yes! Beautiful goal. That was actually the
result of the wing player coming in, distracting the defense, having them pulled all the way over to the opposite side of Hungary, and then that's what created all that space. Almost half the court was empty for that shot.
After the goal by Knorr, bit of a clothesline outside the 9-meter line by Kandi.
Raising her hands up there saying, what? I didn't touch her, it wasn't me.
Fans from both sides really getting into it right now.
It's amazing what a difference it makes. Being the home team, having a home crowd like they're just getting behind you, the energy, the excitement, even when you're tired, and big things can happen when the crowd's behind you. Sacco yet again making a save. She has been critical in the second half.
And again, soaking up the moment. That one looked like it was going wide after the deflection, but she is having her moment right now for the defending Olympic champions. And a timeout being called here. We'll take our breath as well. Hungary hanging tough against France in Paris on day one of the women's handball tournament.
Sportsmanship.
Let's ride.
Twisters is the #1 movie in America.
We are professional tornado wranglers.
It's a thrilling crowd pleaser.
Are you seeing this?
Oh yeah.
And the best, most satisfying summer movie.
Everyone to the movie theater.
The best cinematic experience is Top Gun Maverick.
Do not try this at home.
Twisters, rated PG-13, in theaters now.
France with possession, a 2-goal lead with a little over 10 minutes to play in what's been an entertaining opener for the hosts. So Kandi gets tied up just outside the 6-meter. There'll be a 9-meter throw for France. So Kandi couldn't hold on to it. And here comes Hungary.
She was coming with good speed, though. That's what France needs to continue to do. More movement, more crosses. That's when they've been the most successful throughout this game. France, though, maybe questioning themselves a little bit right now, saying, gosh, this Hungarian team is really on us. They're being very successful, and thank goodness Sacco has been on this second half.
Sacco getting the second half start. She has delivered the save, and that save turns into a goal on the other end. Enzo Minko with the French goal. France up by 3, less than 10 minutes to play.
Great job running the floor. She's in what's called a second wave. Coming down, the ball is coming ahead of her. She's filling in the position, coming from behind. A simple pass coming with speed makes that shot easy.
France trying to tighten things up defensively, but Hungary finds the opening, and creating the opening was Kluivert from distance. Back to a 2-goal game. 3 goals. Just like that, look who enters back. Enzo Minko, the captain, puts France on top by 3 again.
It's amazing the waves we've seen and the flow of the game. Turnover, turnover, turnover. Goal, goal, goal. It's been both teams playing similarly instead of one team saying, we're going to take control, we're going to take that lead and extend that lead and play well. They've kind of mirrored each other throughout this match, whether it's goals or turnovers, all at the same time.
On the attack, a goal for Hungary. I think both teams look at this game. You could not ask for much more. It's been tight. there had been plenty of things that they could show on film and say, we need to clean all this up before our next game or as this tournament goes along. But just to get thrown in the fire like this, to have an intense, tight game on the opening day of the Olympics will really get your heart started. That one is denied by the Hungarian keeper. I think Janrik got a piece of it.
I think to your point, Hungary in particular has to be excited about where they are playing against the Olympic champions. Just down two at this point. They have to feel good about that, and they know they can do better. France, I think they're the ones who really need to revisit the video and talk about how can we make change, how can we be better, because we're capable of much more than what we're showing today, even though it's been an exciting match on both sides.
Off the post. France with the push back the other way. On the attack, they keep it. No turnover there, and a goal for the Spurs.
And in France so far, they have to thank Sacco and the crowd for really getting them up and keeping them up in the second half. It's been a much different game, still a little turnover ridden, but gosh, the excitement here is building. They're doing some good things. They're running the floor well right now and capitalizing on that fast pace that they're accustomed to playing.
Group B, Hungary, Netherlands, Spain, France, Brazil, Angola. Already today in Group B, the Netherlands with a 34-31 win. 7 of their 8 goals came on fast breaks. Angela, Palestine, and Esteban Bowman, 8 goals each to lead the Dutch to a victory. Also in Group B, a bit of a starter, Brazil by 11 over Spain. That ends a 6-game losing streak in the head-to-head series between Brazil and Spain. And this matchup between France and Hungary closing out Group B. Group A, Denmark beat Slovenia. Slovenia making their Olympic debut. Denmark won by 8, their first Olympic appearance since 2012. And also in Group A, a thriller, and maybe this game is headed to where Korea and Germany went. Korea won 23-22 in Group A, with Sweden and Norway still to come to close out play tonight in Group A. 7 minutes to go.
That's what's really fun to see in the women's game. The parity is getting much tighter among the teams. It used to be that some of the teams were beat by 5 to 10 goals, but every team is getting better and better every game. And in this case, for Hungary, they're showing some great signs of what can be and what will continue to be for them. Up to this point, in that last goal, it wasn't even score, 11-11 in the second half, up to that last goal.
Juri Lukic with her 6th goal, and somehow, some way, getting a shot off but missing the mark is Fopa. She got tangled up right at the top of the area.
Great hand, so she's catching that with one hand and still trying to get it off for this very reason, so you can draw the 7-meter. Despite the fact that the officials haven't been calling much, you're going to finish with a couple of 7 meters in the second half.
Alicia Dubois on to take the penalty and score for France. Put them up 27-24 with less than 6 minutes to play.
That was her first goal coming in and taking that 7-meter. Again, Coach Drew Holtz, he's experienced, he knows what to put his players win, he knows what they're capable of, and wants to give them some pressure situations when there's not as much on the line. And that's what's happening in part here on this first match.
For the moment, Hungary stuck to the perimeter. France tight defensively, passive play warning given. 4 passes only allowed, and wasting no time in scoring is Shimon for Hungary to bring the Hungarians within 2.
Sacco get a hard to answer on the other end.
Enza Minko, in her 3rd Olympic Games, comes up with the goal.
Look how far you can travel with 3 steps. Again, she has some quickness, clearly has a lot of agility, but 3 steps can take you from about 5 feet outside of that 9-meter dotted line right up to the 6.
And she has 5 goals on 5 shots. 3-goal lead, less than 5 minutes to play. Double pump and a beautiful finish. Kutsura's had an outstanding first game here in Paris. 7 goals for Kutsura. She scored 13 goals in the Olympic qualifying tournament. So a fantastic debut here for number 59.
Well, interestingly enough for her, she's actually more of a defensive specialist. So she's not necessarily known for her scoring abilities, yet she's leading the charge today for Hungary.
She picked the perfect time to unveil her offensive skill set. 7 goals here today. Philippe, who has plenty of offensive skills, was brought down in the area. It'll be a 7-meter. She was on the attack. The defense backed up into that dark blue area, just on the line it would appear, but also Pop rolled into her as she left the ground. Can't make contact there, although that's going to be disputed by Golovin. Once again on is Toulon. 7-meter penalty.
Yeah.
Gets a lot on that shot with that left arm.
Lefty's a little bit different. A lot of the players are more often righties, as is the case in many sports. So even just taking a shot from that left side pulls the goalkeepers off just enough.
South Paris Arena holds 7,900 fans. That one gets through for a goal for Hungary. If France is able to advance on to the medal round, when they'll be playing at Pierre Mauroy with 28,000 plus. Think about what the atmosphere will be that day. Think about that moment for Enza Minko, the captain in her third Olympics, playing in front of nearly 30,000 fans. But all eyes on this game right here at South Paris Arena, because Hungary has not gone away. 3-goal lead for France, less than 3 minutes to play. Hungarians patient, now they go to work, but a mistake. A turnover and a whistle against Hungary, trying to stop Enzimenko on the counterattack. Big mistake there at an inopportune time for the Hungarians.
Absolutely, just coming with speed, already anticipating receiving the ball and trying to think, what am I going to do after? Simple fundamentals are important every single time. Got to focus, have the ball first before you make that move.
Fleet turns towards the middle, finds help on the wing, less than 2 minutes to play. And a timeout being called here by France. As Krumholtz will draw up a play. They use their final timeout.
It's been an exciting second half. Both teams again playing equal this half. Both getting stronger on defense. A couple saves from the goalkeepers, which we didn't necessarily see in the first half, in part because of stronger defense. But just the fact that they're able to get a hand on each one of those goals has made a difference. Start the momentum, especially for France again. When they were starting to go down and Hungary made some runs on them, that got the fans behind them. That could be really a spark. And each team has needed to keep them in this game and keep this an equal and exciting second half.
The excitement will continue for the women on Sunday. No handball on Friday. Opening ceremony on the Seine. And in fact, the keeper for Hungary, who started today, Blanka Budimiro, will be flag bearer at the opening ceremonies for Hungary. The first handball player from Hungary to have that honor. That's the focus tomorrow. The men take the court on Saturday. The women return on Sunday. Hungary will get things going at 9 a.m. in Paris against Brazil in game number 2 of pool play. The French will take on Netherlands. Out the timeout. A goal scored by France, delivered by Canor. 4-goal lead.
With a smile, clearly they're starting to feel good. They're starting to feel like they're feeling okay. We're now getting a first game underneath of our belt. Of course, Hungary, they have to feel a bit of the same way. A game this close for them, coming out against the world champion and former Olympic champion, they're playing very well as well.
Minute 15 to play. Hungary's got to go quickly. Even then, it may not be enough time here against France with the clock running. Fleet gets whistled for the contact. I believe a 7-meter penalty is being given. So a chance here for Hungary with the clock stopped, but it's a deficit.
just arriving a little bit too late on the help.
Kutsora has to have this goal. And she gets it, so Hungary's still in it, but you can see the clock is running here, so France in no hurry. And there just may not be enough time for the Hungarians. Kutsora scoring again for Hungary. Less than 30 seconds to play. You will likely see a passive play warning, and even then, that's not going to be enough time for Hungary, and the French in the crowd know it. They're starting to celebrate. 15 seconds to play. Fleet from distance off the side of the net. Hungarian keeper looking for the ball. They will stop the clock with 7 seconds to go. And as Dawn has mentioned throughout play today, every second and every goal counts, so Hungary can score here. It could help in the tiebreaker goal differential later in the game. And
Oh, we won! Yeah.
and there is the horn, and that does it. After falling behind by 4 early, France will win. It looks like we'll have an untimed final play here for the Hungarians from the 9-meter line, although the officials now seem to be backing off, and they will just let this game come to a conclusion. And it's France celebrating in Paris. A fitting moment here as they start the fence.